I believe that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for our public to influence and transform our clinical services for our future generations. It's the right thing to do.
Transformation is not optional, it's a must-do to ensure the co-design and co-production of safe and sustainable services for our population.
We need to use this opportunity to get health discussed in our communities. We need more health experts in our community. We need 390,000 health experts in our community.
The models of care and proposals we've discussed with you are built by clinicians and professionals from the ground up. They're based on international evidence and what we've heard from our public, and they'll produce what we set out to achieve, which were safe, sustainable, accessible and kind services.
The wider MDT community workforce team have the experience, the skills and commitment to transform and deliver this vision of a preventative, joined-up, community-focused health service, which gives the people the voice, choice and control to do the things that matter to them in the place they choose. We welcome the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that the TCS provides to invest and further develop the community services, including therapists, to build on what we're doing and to unleash the potential that exists. This can ensure that we can deliver safe, sustainable, accessible and kind, not only for the 2 patients that we've heard from today and Tylee Jones, but for every family in Hywel.
We are all current and future service users. We're parents of service users, grandparents, some of us, and sons and daughters of service users. So it is in all of our interests to get this right and take this unique and exciting opportunity to ensure the sustainability of our local health and care system for the benefit of future generations. We've heard that no change is not an option. Achieving success will mean being brave, letting go of personal agendas, working across traditional boundaries, thinking and working differently, and being willing to develop and accept new models of care, working around the needs of a population collaboratively with all stakeholders involved. Whilst there's been a huge amount of work undertaken already, I'm looking forward personally to the opportunity this gives us to redesign our models and pathways, both in and outside of buildings, as that is what will realise the full potential of our ambition.
I completely agree with my colleague. Change it has to happen. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm not aware of any other health board or trust within the NHS that has attempted change on this scale. It is undescribable about the opportunity we've actually got at the moment. However, saying that any survey, whatever options come out, whatever decision the public make, the service that we have within Hywel needs to be fit for the future generation and to match our population needs and the growing population within Hywel.
Given our current challenges, there's a real need to change the way that we do deliver our services to meet the population needs.
We've been here before. Many years ago, the then Health Secretary said no change was not an option, and what happened was that we had no change, and now we've reached a position where services are no longer fit for purpose and they're not sustainable. Now we have, as people have described, a once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-a-generation opportunity to enact those changes, and you've heard from a variety of clinicians about why we need to change, but also, and more importantly, the population of Hywel deserve it.
I have very much a vested interest in these proposals as hospital director, as a practicing clinician, and also as a resident of Pembrokeshire, and at some point in the future I will retire to this area and may need access to these services. This is a very ambitious project, but I think Withybush has always been a public perception that it may close in the future, and although in these proposals it may be repurposed, many of the services will continue to remain. Some existing services will expand. New services and new roles may be added. And I think this will be good for staff, it will be good for patients, much more care will be out in the community, which is where patients have indicated they would like to be cared for, and it will be good for me as an ongoing resident.
Change is really scary. I think that's what the population, when they see these proposals, they're going to be frightened because the unknown is frightening. But change is also really, really exciting. We can be aspirational here. I touched on when I talked on my slide about pockets of really good work that is done by professionals within the health board. And we don't hear too much about that. We always hear about these challenges because that is the totality of our problem. But when things are right, when you get the right facilities with the right high-quality clinicians in the right place, things we do within holiadur can be the best in Wales, if not the UK. But it's so few and far between. What these proposals present is an opportunity to make this much more widespread. That's got to be exciting. It's what the population deserve. It's what holiadur deserve, and actually we could potentially become the best in Wales and even higher if we get this right. And this is what this opportunity allows us.
This is an exciting time, a very exciting time, and I don't think we can afford not to do it.
Change is difficult, and there's plenty of information in the document to inform vigorous debate, and we look forward to that to further refine the decision making. But I do believe that this is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to improve the health and social care of the patients of holiadur. We must not settle for mediocrity. We must strive for excellence, and I believe that within the pages of the TCS document is the blueprint for that excellence.
What I'll do is finish with a plea, and obviously the plea is to the board, but this is a public board, so my plea goes to the public, to our patients, to our partners, and also to our politicians. Being a health worker is a privilege, an extreme privilege, and nothing brings that privilege more home when you see the trust that people put in us, when they're very vulnerable, and their families allow us to make them and their family members better. So my plea is this: trust us. Trust us that the case for change is overwhelming, absolutely overwhelming, and the options we are presenting to you are the best chance that we have for taking holiadur off the critical list. If we don't make these changes, things can only get significantly worse. So please, please trust us.